let's see, I started this one. My wife just told me in the previous page that she threw away a comic a day, and so she's going to console me in this panel. So I was sketching out, and then instead of just, you know, going, oh, what do I want with this panel, I'll just kind of go, okay, there's going to be a panel with me and her, so there, I'll make this the panel from up here. So I always do horizontal lines, and then when I got down to here, I wanted my revenge, but then I wanted like another picture of me going revenge. So to split this little section, I'll do the vertical, and so that way I got one and then two, you know, splits it up. And I basically just draw circles for the heads and sketch out the bodies, and then I write the lettering out. But sometimes I just do the lazy approach and just write the lettering however it looks like on there. Since lettering is just like the 2 in a space and the 2 in a space, I just mark 1 space here, 2 spaces there, 1 space here, 2 spaces there, and I do the same thing over here. 1 space, 2 space, 1 space, 2 space. Because I don't have a lettering Ames guide or whatever those are called. I don't even know, like I check Michael's, they don't have them, and I don't even know how to use them. But I don't even think I need to know, you know? And then, oh, my ruler doesn't reach across, so I gotta do another middle one. There we go, there. 2 spaces, 1 space, 2 spaces. And I start off with the 1 space because I doubt you want the lettering to butt up against the head, so you probably want the little 1 space to space out the lettering. So then I start lining them up. And instead of drawing the whole line out, you have to erase that whole line, so I just draw it right where the lettering is going to be. That way I can do my spacing that way. So I'm just going to tighten up everything, and I'll let you know when I'm done. Okay, my borders are looking a little bit more professional, and so I got my lettering pretty much in there, and I'm going to do the lazy method where I don't line it up, but if I did, I showed you that stuff. The next step, I'm going to, you know, I'll make the lettering bubbles. I'll try to get them kind of looking okay, so I'll know where to put the lines when I ink it with my crappy markers. I don't know why I put the line up there. And so, like, this lettering balloon is going to conflict a little bit with my head right here. And so what I'll do is I'll keep the head above it, and I'll make the lettering balloon actually go beneath it, so my head's up front, because I'm not going to hide my head with a board balloon in front of my head. It's just, you know, I'm too vain. So I'm just kind of tightening up, and then I printed this out. You don't have to do that. You can just look at your other artwork. And I'm trying to keep my characters kind of consistent with the eyes that I already drew in the other pages. So I'm like, alright, these eyes are way too weird, and her nose, how did I draw her nose? Let's see, over here, okay, I just drew like a shape here, alright. So now I'm conflicted. What do I do with this word balloon? It's conflicting with her hair, so do I cover her hair up? Or do I put her hair in front of the balloon? I don't know, I'll figure it out later. Alright. Just tightening up the pencils so that way I know where I'm going to ink this stuff. So that way I don't mess up my ink lines. It's easier to erase with this than it is with white up. Alright, now I'm tightening the hand down here. Because for hands I just kind of, I blob them until I actually have to draw them. I like put them off. We're going for some raw emotion here. I got the grit Ninja Turtle teeth. Looks like a peanut or something. I don't know. And at this stage in my artistic level, I'm not going to care about making everything perfect. I'm just going to get it done. Because I fret over all this stuff like, oh, this nose isn't perfect, it's not consistent with that nose, it's horrible, my artwork, oh no. I just gotta crank it out and hope that my artwork will get eventually better. So up here, I'm kind of like, you know, you're just kidding, right? So I'm kind of making the eyebrows worried a little bit. And maybe I'll show some teeth. So now I'm kind of just doing the shape of the hand. I'm not going to do the fingers yet until last, because I don't really know where they're going to be. I'm putting it off, to be honest. Alright, there we go. Got some finger action. I don't have to draw everything. It's a long view anyway. I'm going to X all this stuff out and be black and dark and look cool. Renee's putting her hand on me like, oh, it'll be alright. Are you okay? You know, and just totally ruined your comic collection. Yeah, it's okay though. Alright, so maybe I'll darken that on it. Draw on that way. Just kind of tightening up the pencils. And my eyeball it, you look at what's wrong and you fix it. Alright, so I wrote out revenge like how you would write normally. And then what I do is I do 2 lines. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like I basically thicken out the lines that I wrote. I don't know what to write about. Alright, so now I gotta do the mouth of revenge, because I'm so angry in this panel that you're not even gonna see my eyes at all. It's just a big mouth. What I've been kind of getting into, I finished drawing that guy. What I've been doing is to add some space thing, because if you just have panel after panel, I mean, it's okay if you have good artwork, I guess. But for me, I try to add like a little bit of, I'll take the panel border away. That way it's like an open border on the corners. Or if you have these 2 closed, you could sometimes get away with it in the middle. But I usually try to keep the corners open. It's just a habit of mine right now. I don't know, this revenge one looks kind of good contained. But I might just leave this top one open just for some space. So I already drew this cut off to the line, so I'll just draw the lines through. And so that way I'm hanging out in space up here. I'm not actually confined. I'm holding this. Okay, we're good. This panel's good. Alright. Except for some few things, I think I'm ready to go to the inking stage. So these micron things, they're good for lettering. I don't want to do the borders in it because the ink will run out, so I'll use these cheap ones, either this or that one. So I don't know. I like the feel of this one, this generic one.